Bob haircuts for women over 60, why every woman should try it. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your hairstyle no longer reflects the woman you are today? You're not alone. As we move through different stages of life, our bodies, our energy, and yes, even our hair begin to change. And yet many women over 60 find themselves clinging to the same hairstyle they've had for decades, simply because it's familiar. But what if a small, elegant change could bring back not just a youthful look, but a whole new sense of confidence? That's the magic of the bob haircut. It's simple, it's timeless, and it has the power to completely transform the way you feel about yourself. Whether you're already embracing your natural gray, dealing with thinning hair, or simply looking for a style that's easier to manage, the bob is a graceful answer that adapts to who you are today, not who you were 20 years ago. In this video, we'll explore why the bob haircut is becoming a go-to style for so many women over 60. Not because they're trying to look 20 again, but because they want to feel vibrant, stylish, and true to themselves. We'll talk about how a bob can soften facial features, highlight your best angles, and even draw attention away from areas you'd rather not focus on. You'll also learn how this style offers both elegance and ease, perfect for a lifestyle that values simplicity, comfort, and authenticity. And let's not forget the confidence that comes with trying something new. For many women, getting a bob isn't just a haircut. It's a decision to step into a new chapter. A chapter that says, I may be older, but I'm far from invisible. I still matter. I still care about how I present myself, and I still deserve to feel beautiful. We're not here to chase trends or pretend to be someone else. We're here to celebrate who we are at 60, 70, 80, and beyond. So if you've ever thought about changing your hairstyle, or if you're simply curious about what a bob might do for you, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you just might be inspired to take that leap. And if you've already worn a bob before, you'll rediscover why it's one of the most flattering, versatile, and empowering hairstyles for women over 60. So take a deep breath, grab a cup of tea, and let's talk about this quiet little revolution in hair. One elegant cut at a time. Part 2. What exactly is a bob haircut, and why is it perfect for women over 60? Let's start with the basics. What is a bob haircut? At its core, a bob is a short to medium-length haircut, typically cut straight around the head at about jaw level or just below. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This is one of the most versatile haircuts out there. It can be sleek and polished, softly layered and romantic, or even edgy and modern. There's a bob for every woman, and more importantly, for every stage of life. The beauty of the bob lies in how easily it adapts. It can frame the face in a way that lifts your features. It can give volume to fine hair, shape to unruly waves, and elegance to graying strands. And unlike many styles that come and go with trends, the bob has never gone out of fashion. From Hollywood legends to everyday women around the world, the bob has remained a favorite for decades. So why is it especially ideal for women over 60? Because our needs change. After 60, many women start noticing shifts in hair texture, thickness, and color. Hair may become finer. It might lose its bounce or start to gray in ways that feel unpredictable. Styles that once worked perfectly may now fall flat or feel too heavy. That's where the bob comes in. First, it's incredibly lightweight. By removing excess length, a bob allows your hair to move freely again. You'll no longer feel weighed down or tired of heavy strands brushing your shoulders. Second, the bob makes thin or fine hair look fuller. With the right cut, whether it's a blunt bob, a softly layered version, or even an angled shape, you can create the illusion of volume. It draws attention upward, toward the eyes and cheekbones, and gives your whole face a natural lift. Third, the bob is age-inclusive without being too young or too old. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't scream for attention. It simply flatters your natural features while giving off a message of quiet confidence. And then there's the ease of care. Let's face it, after 60, we want styles that are easy to live with. No more long, blow-drying sessions or high-maintenance styling routines. A bob is one of those haircuts that can look beautiful with just a quick comb-through, a light styling cream, or a gentle air dry. Better still, it's a blank canvas. You can wear it tucked behind the ears for a casual, everyday look, blow it straight for a polished feel, add soft waves for a romantic touch, or simply let it flow naturally with your silver streaks shining through. There's also something very liberating about cutting your hair into a bob. It's a statement in the best way possible. It says, I'm not afraid to evolve. It says, I still enjoy discovering new parts of myself. And for many women, it brings a sense of renewal, a little emotional lift to go along with the physical one. If you've been feeling stuck with your hair or unsure of what style fits your current lifestyle, the bob offers a gentle, stylish solution. It respects where you've been while giving you space to move forward. It's not about hiding age. It's about embracing it with grace, with simplicity, and with undeniable elegance. So whether you're letting your natural gray shine through, experimenting with color, or just ready for a fresh new shape, the bob might just be the haircut that brings it all together. Part 3. How a bob haircut makes your face look younger and more defined. There's a quiet kind of power in a haircut that knows how to work with your features, not against them. And the bob? It does exactly that, especially for women over 60. As we age, our facial structure naturally changes. We may notice softening in the jawline, a bit of sagging around the cheeks, or fine lines becoming more prominent. These changes are completely natural, but the right haircut can gently redirect attention to where you want the focus to be, like your eyes, your cheekbones, or your radiant smile. That's one of the reasons the bob is so universally flattering. A well-shaped bob acts like a frame around your face. Think of it like wearing a beautiful pair of eyeglasses, except instead of framing your eyes, this frame shapes your entire look. One of the most common compliments women receive after getting a bob haircut is, "You look so refreshed." It's not just the haircut, it's how it redefines your face. A chin-length bob, for example, can draw the eye upward, giving the illusion of a more lifted jawline. Soft layers around the face can add lightness and movement, distracting from any areas you feel less confident about. And if you choose a bob with longer front pieces or subtle angles, it can elongate the neck and bring elegance to your profile. It's all about balance. A heavy hairstyle can drag your features down, making you look more tired or aged than you really are. But a bob opens things up. It removes the weight, both literally and visually. Your face becomes more the star of the show, not hidden behind long, lifeless hair. And if you've always felt that your cheeks were a little too full or your face too round, don't worry, there's a bob for that too. A softly layered bob can add vertical movement, making the face look longer and more sculpted. A side part can break up symmetry in a flattering way. Even a little bit of wave or curl can soften lines and add a sense of vibrancy. The bob isn't about chasing youth. It's about celebrating beauty in this season of life. It's about choosing a cut that meets your face where it is, now, and highlights everything that makes you unique. And here's something else worth mentioning. Your hair color, whether it's gray, silver, salt and pepper, or still dyed, pairs beautifully with a bob. Silver strands catch the light differently when they're shaped into a bob. They shimmer. They glow. The cut gives them space to breathe and shine, rather than being lost in a sea of length. So if you've been feeling like your face has changed and you don't quite recognize yourself in the mirror, maybe what you need isn't more makeup or a new skin treatment. Maybe it's just the right haircut. Because sometimes a simple shape like a bob can make all the difference. It lifts, it brightens, and most of all, it brings you back to you. Part 4. Why a bob is easier to care for and fits your lifestyle. Let's be honest. After 60, the last thing many of us want is to spend an hour in front of the mirror every morning. Life is meant to be lived, not lost in styling tools and complicated routines. And this is where the bob haircut quietly shines once again. One of the biggest reasons women over 60 fall in love with the bob is because it fits beautifully into real life. It's not just about looking good, it's about making your life easier, simpler, more graceful. A bob is low maintenance, but never lazy. With the right cut, it practically styles itself. You don't need to fight with rollers or curling irons. In many cases, you can simply wash your hair, towel dry, give it a quick brush, or maybe a light blow dry, and you're good to go. This is especially helpful if you deal with limited mobility in your arms or shoulders. Lifting your arms to style long hair becomes tiring over time, especially with age-related conditions like arthritis. A shorter, structured cut like the bob takes away that daily strain. It's a haircut that respects your time, your comfort, and your changing needs. It's also perfect if you're someone who wants to embrace your natural texture. Whether your hair is pin straight, softly wavy, or even has a bit of curl, there's a bob that works with it, not against it. The bob doesn't demand perfection. It allows your natural beauty to show through in an effortless, everyday way. Let's not forget how much easier a bob makes hair care itself. With less length, you use less shampoo. You spend less time drying. Your ends are healthier because they're trimmed more often, which means fewer split ends and less damage. And if you color your hair, shorter cuts often mean your color lasts longer and looks more vibrant because you're cutting off faded ends more regularly. Many women are surprised by how freeing it feels to cut their hair shorter. Not only do you save time, but you also save energy. Energy that can now be spent on the things you truly enjoy. Meeting friends, walking in the park, taking a new class, or simply sitting with a good book and a hot cup of tea. And for those who travel often or just want simplicity while on the go, the bob is a loyal companion. It handles humidity better than long hair, resists tangles, and keeps you looking polished without requiring an arsenal of products and tools. In many ways, the bob represents a shift in priorities. After decades of styling, dyeing, curling, and fixing, we reach a point where we want something that reflects where we are now. Something that doesn't feel like a chore, something that gives us back our mornings, our freedom, and yes, our confidence. Because when your hair is simple to manage and it still looks great, there's a kind of ease that follows you into every room. You don't have to worry whether your hair looks flat, frizzy, or unkempt. You know it's working for you, not against you. And that's one of the most powerful things about the bob. It gives you one less thing to worry about and one more thing to feel great about. Part 5. The bob is a symbol of confidence, style, and timeless beauty. There comes a time in life when beauty becomes less about trends and more about authenticity, less about following the crowd and more about expressing who you truly are. And that's exactly why the bob haircut means so much more than just a new look. It becomes a statement. When a woman over 60 chooses to wear a bob, she's not trying to impress anyone. She's not chasing youth or pretending to be someone she's not. She's simply honoring the woman she's become, strong, wise, elegant, and fully herself. There's a quiet strength in that. The bob has long been associated with independence and confidence. Historically, it was the haircut women turned to when they wanted to break free from tradition, embrace modernity, and take ownership of their image. That legacy still lives on today. Only now, it's less about rebellion and more about reclamation. Reclaiming time, reclaiming simplicity, reclaiming your right to feel stylish at any age. And the truth is, the bob never went out of style because it never needed to shout to be noticed. It's subtle but impactful, classic yet current. It adapts to your personality instead of overshadowing it. Some women feel empowered the moment they leave the salon with their first bob haircut. It's like shedding the weight, not just of long, heavy hair, but of old expectations, of trying to meet impossible beauty standards, of blending in. Suddenly, you look in the mirror and see someone who feels more alive, more present, and more in tune with herself. This transformation isn't just about how others see you. It's about how you see you. When you find a haircut that feels like you, truly deeply you, it has a way of aligning your inner confidence with your outer presence. And that's what a bob does best. It doesn't hide. It highlights. It brings forward your cheekbones, your smile, your expressive eyes. It says, look at me, not because I'm loud, but because I'm here, and I am radiant. There's also a sense of timelessness in the bob that many women find comforting. It connects us to generations of women before us who have worn it proudly, and to those around us who continue to wear it with grace. From Audrey Hepburn to Helen Mirren, from Anna Wintour to everyday women in every corner of the world, the bob represents something enduring. It doesn't age with you. It grows with you. Whether you're walking into a room full of strangers or simply enjoying your own reflection, the bob gives you that subtle sense of polish, of being put together, of honoring your beauty without having to work overtime for it. And here's the truth. Confidence is ageless. Style doesn't expire. You don't have to dress or look a certain way to earn the right to feel beautiful. You already are. The bob simply reminds you of that. It frames your strength, it reflects your wisdom, and it celebrates your ability to evolve gracefully, powerfully, and with absolute authenticity. So if you've been searching for a style that feels elegant without being excessive, modern without feeling forced, and feminine without being fussy, maybe the bob is your answer. Not because someone told you it's right for your age, but because it's right for you. Part 6. Choosing the right bob for your face, shape, and hair type. 800 words by now. You might be thinking, all right, I'm interested. But how do I know which bob is right for me? That's an important question, and the beautiful answer is, there's a bob for everyone. The key is to match your cut not just to what's trendy, but to what works best for your face shape, your hair type, and the look you want to achieve. Let's start with face shape. If you have a round face, you may want to create a little length and structure. A bob that falls just below the chin, perhaps with some subtle layers, can elongate the appearance of your face. A side part can also help break up the symmetry, drawing attention to your eyes and cheekbones instead of the width of the face. For women with a square face where the jawline is more defined, a bob with soft, wispy layers can add movement and soften those edges. Curls or waves in the bob can also create a gentle balance, offering a more relaxed and elegant look. If your face is oval, congratulations. That's often considered the most versatile shape. You can wear just about any bob, from a chin-length classic to a shoulder-skimming lob. The key here is to enhance your natural symmetry rather than correct anything. For a heart-shaped face where the forehead is wider and the chin more narrow, try a bob that has volume at the jawline. A chin-length cut with a slight curl or wave at the ends works wonders to balance your features. Now let's talk about hair type, because that matters just as much, if not more. If you have fine or thinning hair, which is common after 60, a blunt bob can create the illusion of fullness. Cutting the hair to a single length gives it weight and structure, making it appear thicker. Layering, if used sparingly and carefully, can also add body without making the hair look too sparse. If you have thicker hair, a layered bob is your best friend. It helps remove bulk and allows the hair to move freely. It also gives you that light, breezy shape that's easy to style and always looks effortless. What if your hair is naturally curly or wavy? Don't shy away from the bob. It can look absolutely stunning. A curly bob has character, bounce, and personality. Just make sure your stylist understands how to cut curls so that they shape your face rather than puffing out in the wrong places. Sometimes a slightly longer bob, or lob, works better for curly textures. It allows the curls to form without shrinking up too much. And for women who have gone gray or silver, the bob can highlight that color in the most beautiful way. Gray hair tends to have a unique shine and texture, and a clean modern bob gives it structure. Whether you wear it smooth and polished or natural and tousled, the cut gives your silver strands a sense of intention and elegance. Another thing to consider is your lifestyle. If you're very active or travel often, a bob that's easy to wash and wear will suit you best. Perhaps something with soft, natural layers that fall into place without effort. If you enjoy styling and trying different looks, then a more structured bob with angle or shape might give you more room to play. And don't forget the fringe. Some women look incredible with bangs, especially side-swept ones that soften the forehead and draw attention to the eyes. Others prefer no fringe at all, keeping things open and simple. Both work. It just depends on what makes you feel good. The most important part? Talk to a stylist you trust. Bring pictures. Be honest about what you're comfortable maintaining. And remember, this isn't about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about finding the version of the bob that brings you to life. When a haircut matches your face, your hair, and your spirit, the result is magic. So don't be afraid to explore the possibilities. Your perfect bob is out there, and when you find it, you'll know. Conclusion. So what have we really been talking about here? Not just a haircut, not just a trend, but a quiet transformation. The bob isn't just about trimming your hair shorter or making a style change. It's about stepping into a version of yourself that feels lighter, freer, and more in tune with the woman you are today. It's about choosing simplicity over stress, confidence over convention, and timeless elegance over fleeting fashion. Whether you're looking for something easier to manage, something that flatters your face, or simply a way to feel a little more refreshed, the bob offers all of that and more. It's one of those rare styles that doesn't ask you to be anyone else. It simply reflects the beauty that's already there. And if you've ever stood in front of the mirror wondering, is it time for a change? Maybe this is your gentle nudge to say yes. Not because you have to, but because you can. Because after 60, you're not disappearing. You're evolving. You're learning what works for you, what feels right, what feels real. And every decision, even something as simple as a haircut, can be a reflection of that growth. So whether you've worn a bob before or you're just now considering it, I hope this video has given you a sense of clarity and maybe even a little spark of excitement. Try the bob. Try a version that fits you. And when you do, walk out into the world knowing you didn't cut your hair to look younger. You cut it to feel more like yourself. And that is the most beautiful reason of all. Before we close, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever worn a bob? Did it make you feel different, more confident, more comfortable, more you? Or are you thinking about trying it for the very first time? Let me know in the comments. I truly enjoy reading your stories and experiences. They inspire not just me, but other women who may be walking the same path. And if you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. There's so much more to explore when it comes to aging beautifully, gracefully, confidently, and joyfully. Thank you for spending this time with me today. You are always welcome here. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay curious, and stay wonderfully you.